understand your films have screened in Sundance, or a film of yours has screened in Sundance, is that right?
No. I just came back from Sundance. I had a couple of friends who had films there. I was just supporting this year, and you know, I produce independent film as well as acting them. So you know, it's always good to go out and support a couple of my friends who have films there this year.
Okay, sorry about that. So knowing that you are part of sort of the Sundance machine, or you've been there and you've seen it, and so many indie filmmakers strive for that Sundance premiere, they always think they're going to get it. Do you think it's realistic for a lot of people to try for it, or maybe try smaller festivals and spread themselves out further? I don't know if I'm being clear with that, but do you think that's a realistic?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I've produced 2 features now, and we've for both our features we submitted to Sundance. We didn't get in, so you know we're right in the thick of that. You know, those filmmakers trying to get in. You know, I've been a couple years in a row now to try to see what I can find in trends and types of films that they look for. You know, realistically, it always, like anything else, whether it's theater, it's movie, it's TV, it's always a script. It starts with the script. You know, you have to have a great script, and everything else falls into place. And I think you always have to try, right? If you don't try, you don't get. You know, and you, I think, really being focused and bringing good people on board your project, you have a better shot. You know, Sundance likes to bring back a lot of their past alums. So I've noticed a lot of people embrace and bring in certain crew members that have, you know, whether they're cast or crew, have been in a film or involved with a film that was at the festival. So, you know, there are little things you can try to do along the way to embrace and hopefully, you know, catch the eye of.
Right. And are you ever planning to use crowdfunding to fund any of your budgets? Or?
You know, we haven't for any of our features. There have been a couple of short films and stuff that I've helped produce that we did use crowdfunding for. For features, you know, it's a very realistic possibility. I mean, there's so much that is, you know, that's coming in the way of crowdfunding. There's a site called Film Break that I have a film that we are sort of developing with them as a tentpole project, and it's sort of a different approach to crowdfunding where it's sort of generated through social media, your awareness and your tracking, and through them, they have compiled a list of investors and people that want to invest in film. So, you know, it's instead of campaigning to get, you know, money, you're campaigning to get the attention and sort of just the, you know, the social media following that will then turn over and hopefully into funding from other people. So there's all sorts of new companies like that developing, and I think that's, you know, it's kind of an interesting way too, because you don't always have to be held by an investor or obligated to that, because, you know, you have their perks that you give out, but aside from that, you know, you're not, you know, creatively, I think artists like the fact that they're not held back by an investor, you know, saying you have to do this or have to put that person in the film, you know?
Right. Can an independent filmmaker be too independent for their own good?
I don't know. I don't know what that means, really. I'm sure you know, I think if you're doing it, you're doing it. You know, that's the hard thing. Especially in today's society, you know, it's one of the things I always tell my friends. It's like, and the only reason that we're producing films now is because it's like, I knew a lot of people that had various talents and different things, and it was like, there should never be a moment where we're not working. Because, you know, especially with today, you know, and technology and cameras and everything, it's, even on a consumer level, it's so cheap to get professional quality. So I think it's always possible to do stuff. And that, for me, you know, I always embrace just keep working.
Very nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.